Welcome back, everybody. Here we go again. Carrying on from, I was on for about another hour last night with Chuckles for a catch up. Didn't want to do it on stream, but back in now to continue. So we remove that one from there. We need a push for trader. Change that into a trader icon because it can be permanently trader. Trader. Right, go. So trader, pay money, Mikino, do quest, back to trader, buy the stuff we need to base build, get in there, base build. Jobs are good. Don't think we've got any ammo left in the MP5 or whatever it is, MP7. No, and we couldn't sell it, which was annoying. And we're low on rounds on the 101, so we need to stock up on ammo as well. Locks and nails for certain. Garage door just opened. It was the DayZ thing, wasn't it? So we're playing the Eternity server. Sort of where I've made my home now. Along with Chuckles and Lego, though Lego's yet to play it because it's too hot in his gaming room currently in UK summer. I will be on this afternoon, this evening, and sometime tomorrow as well, because I'm having tomorrow off work. I've booked it as leave. I was working Saturday and I still wanted 2 days off. And I'm not taking 2 weeks leave this year at the end of August because I'm moving. So I'm just using some days up here and there. Offset it. We're doing a bit of a random search for nails and or code locks. Sellable. Certainly don't want a 9mm machine pistol. But nearly 10,000 rep in a day is good. I said we need to hit 50,000 to get what we really need. Better storage. But we're going to go to trader, pay our money into the bank, go and do a key card. Oh, sorry, stock up on ammo, go and do a key. And then hopefully that will give us enough stuff then to be able to get a door up and some storage in. Then we can start searching for nails and code locks. We're going to hopefully go for an apartment build. This wipe. We did a house last wipe, this wipe apartment build. I want to move every wipe because for me base building is a massive part of the game for me and I like the challenge of somewhere new. Although we are going to something that I know, as I suppose I do with most of the DayZ buildings now. We'll go via this military, see if we can get some more stuff to sell. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Sulfur. There's no point in having that. All that for that and no those, because we've got nowhere to store them at the moment, and I just end up having to run them. I've got lots of sulfur. I need the other bit to go with it. Should do. Time to extract. Also filling my vape. I'm hoping not to come under fire. Skill set, that is. Fill a vape and extract at the same time. Used to be light a cigarette, or roll a cigarette was the one before, wasn't it? Roll a cigarette and game at the same time on multiplayer games. We'll get back to that when I move and I can smoke in my own house again. Right, extraction. Hand in, probably not is the answer, but nope.
Hello, hello.
Hi there.
Oh, it's you again. Nice to see you, sir.
Yes,
nice to see you.
Mr. Goblin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My wife said you made me famous yesterday on a stream.
I did, yeah. Well, I wouldn't go famous, but I mentioned that you'd said hello.
Yeah, I will. She's actually right next to me. Thank you, sir. Have a great day. All right.
And you. Thank you. Can't sell that shit pistol yet. So machine MP7 thing. But we can sell some of this. Right, what do we need? We need 556. And we need whatever that fires. 4.6 times 30. 4.6 times 30. Can we get any of that from here? No. Okay, so we get some 5.56. I want 50 rounds of that. And I want a 101 mag, if I can buy one. I can't. Okay. That done. What's next? Mishkino. For that'll give us a door, so that'll get us that one done. Kill 2 players. Well, when that happens, we're lucky. And that is go to a city or village and can tell 10 AI. Okay, so Mishkino next is the obvious thing. So we'll extract at Green Mountain because we need to, because that will pick up that mission. Come on. Do we need food and shite? Oh, nah, we'll be alright. Always got some buckwheat to eat. Oh, and we've got a water bottle. That's fine. So we're aiming to do Mishkino door. Line up drinks for this afternoon. Water and Vimto. So we're going to make a day of it. It's night time, aren't we? We're going to Green Mountain first because we can then repair our clothing and body armor before we push in further. And also we have to visit all the extraction points to complete a quest, so might as well get that done at the same time. Cookie tree. Mobile charged? Should be by now. Yep. So, mobile charged. Let's get vape on charge. Cooling in the house. We'll obviously be back after the restart. We'll be playing until I feel hungry and I'll have food and come back on, or I might just stay on and grab a sandwich. I don't know yet. So up until when I move, we will be streaming now every weekend. And then when I move, a lot less content creation until I have moved and the internet's on and everything's done. So it'll be about a month of less content. Because I've got to completely set up the new place. By completely, it'll be an empty shell. Yeah. Fair amount of work to be done. And joyous things like moving Cat6 cable throughout the place to network it, and getting internet put in, and wallpapering the content creation room, which I'm basically going to have a room that I'm going to turn into a gaming, creation, streaming, editing server room. Rather than at the moment I've got 2 desks with 2 monitors on it and a PC next to it. Headset on obviously, and microphone above me on an arm. Oh, wolves. We can sell. If we can sell these to the trader. Remember, wash our hands or buy gloves now. And then I'll have things like my foot pedal back in for push to talk, which I don't have at the moment. Yeah, and that'll be out to you guys on chat. So when the other teams come in, I can just chat freely to them. But you can't, yeah. Or if I'm doing an event. Another 4K monitor. So I've got a single 4K monitor. I'm going to have a dual second 4K monitor, which job will be to where I've got you guys at the moment on Discord and such like. That'll go to 4K. And the one I'm currently using is my 4K screen, and I'll get a newer 4K screen, probably a 49-inch, to run as my main gaming screen. And then some various malarkey in the property or in the room. So when it's be right back for things like server breaks, or I want to grab a server breaks as in it's restarting, or I'm going to grab a brew, something like that, then I'll switch into be right back. That will then put the webcam on, and it will give you views of the gaming room. That's the idea. Get some good lighting in there. Probably upgrade the webcam. It's only a 1024 at the moment. Might go to a 4K one. Main PC. Then I've got a work laptop, so I need a base station for that for when I'm working from home. Then I've got a hobby laptop, which I use for something when I'm not on this in my other thing I do. So that needs a base station, and then I'm going to get a gaming laptop when I can go away that I can take with me, but also that I can use to upload content to YouTube when I'm recording on the main PC that I'm using now. And then long term, a server. So I've already got the machine ready to go, but I need to do some work on it to get it set up and running. For recording content on, basically. Or for offering a little bit to the community, haven't decided which yet. That's more long term than short term. I think I'd quite like to set up an event server where people that want to run events can come to me, or a recording server where people that want to record content in DayZ can come to me and request access to the server for 24 hours to film stuff. I can put in what they need as mods. I can then give them God mode, let them loose in the server, let them do their own thing, and then they pay a small amount for the privilege of using the server to do that. That might be quite a nice little service to offer. Or an event server where I've got it set up for events, and if people want to run a DayZ event, then they can get in touch and I set the event up for them. They run their event, they do their thing. Afterwards, I save a backup of their event, so should they wish to run it again, it's ready to go. That might be also a nice thing to do, rather than actually offer a gaming server, which just I don't have the time to look after it. But obviously we've also got DayZ 2 coming at some point, and that will change the dynamics of everything, so I need to buy the server that I need for that, not the server that I need for DayZ 1. But that's more long term, a few years down the road. And a few other projects as well. I still would like to develop a map, which I haven't had a chance to do. I got the basic data in place for the area, but now we're going to get DayZ 2. It seems pointless developing it for DayZ 1 because Armour Reforger tools for map development are so much easier to use. So, and arguably DayZ 2 will be running similar code. I'd like to do a UK map of the sort of area I live in. Might be something fun to do. Got a lot of military around here and airfields and World War II stuff and castles and all the rest of the malarkey. So I could do a map that actually fitted with a bit of artistic impression, you know. Where there's old ruined castles on some of the wild land, I could rebuild those castles. And the airfield is civilian, but in World War II it was military, so we revert it back to being military. And there's no oil rigs out to sea, and we'd like to have some oil rigs. So, but again, another long-term project. And I'm interested in how Badlands, now we're going to get the ability to go underground, how that could be used within a map design. Putting tunnels in, maybe building them into a tunnel network in one of the towns, or a military tunnel network, could be quite fun to work with.
Work like a dog.
I spent my time on all fours, panting a lot.
It's been incredibly exhausting moving house.
You would not believe how hard it is to bubble wrap a horse.
I've changed. I'll be spending my time in Sandringham reflecting and quietly integrating.
Hello, Norfolk ladies. Hot former war hero, new in town, single and ready to mingle. Call me for golf, pizza, and maybe more.
The media are wrongly portraying me as a fat, arrogant sex addict with low intelligence.
I am not fat.
If you accuse me, I will defend myself robustly.
I will give you £12 million to shut the f*** up.
These claims about me and Epstein are ancient history. Some of them are over 17 years old.
17 years old.
This week, Reeks.
Right, hopefully getting back in now, guys. Okay, just wait for it to load in. And as per normal, it's crashed. So we'll load in normally. It only does it for me on Eternity, unfortunately. But I can live with it. Once I've moved, one of the jobs will be formatting my machine for the first time in a few years. So I'm sure we'll get things back to normal. My PC's due a format. Hasn't happened for a while. But we'll wait till after I've moved. And I've got a backup NAS drive and such like in place. Has it fallen over again? Better. So we're pushing for that extraction. Then we'll come out and pop down to Mishkino, do the key card, back to here. Yeah. What time is it? It is 21:40. Okay, so we've got a while for the sun to come up. But it's not dark, as you see. Unfortunately, I prefer dark nights, but the server voted to have lighter nights, so they've got lighter nights. Not my vision for DayZ. I prefer nights to be black and horrible. Force you to use MVGs, where here you sort of, it's half and half. That's life. But today's main mission is to get a base up, because once we've got a base up, things will become easier. still haven't 100% decided on where we're living. So to buy nails and code locks, you need like 200,000 rep, which I'm nowhere near. So it's finding them, and I've not found a single box of nails or a code lock yet. I know we can get one from a quest, but that means with a 3-man team, that's 3 boxes of nails and 3 code locks. Might be nice to live over this side of the map for a change. Not sure where. That is not an edible then. That is a sellable. Hoping the hunter trader will buy this lot off me. We'll see. If it doesn't, we'll get dumped on the floor. That would work. Could you know? Fraction. See if he'll buy these pelts off me. That's an easy way to make money, isn't it? I need a bit more 556. Throw that money away. I need food. Okay. We are there somewhere. Is that a text message? So I just got to check messages. One. So we're going to Mishkino Military. Have there been any hills on here yet? No. Should have bought gloves over there, shouldn't we? Sold. Oh, we're going to repair kit. That's still okay. Hi, Kermit. How are you, mate? I'm good, thank you. How's things at your end? You good? Excellent. I'm server wiped yesterday, so I'm starting again. Just doing the Machino run. Ah. Yeah, this morning I mostly played Timberborn and felt sorry for myself. And sorted my life out a little bit. Did some admin. Oh, yeah, still tired. Too warm to sleep right through the night at the moment, unfortunately. Ah, okay. Only plate. Might say epic, but it's only plate. Okay, that'll do. We've got company outside now then. Did it didn't delete my weapon? You silly game. You did. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah. Life. Okay, mate, I'm not going to worry about it now. I'll do. Only a gun. Hi, Red. I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you? should be that one done. And that one done. Still got that one to do. And we've got to find somewhere to live. This is alright. Once I get a full mag on it, it'll be fine. I'm sorry to hear that, Red. Now that thing I can't sell, we can't use. Let's take the scope off it, because that's usable, and dispose of it. I can sell it at black market, but we're concentrating on other things today. Spare mag for the other thing. Not my favourite scope. But if this is mission complete and we get a 556 anyway, it doesn't really matter, does it? That I lost the 101. Keep pushing on. No, we're nowhere near getting a door up yet. And we need to. I just can't decide where to live. Normally it's simple. Normally I'm like, I'll go here, build here. Job's a good one. But I don't really want to do the apartment we always used to do because I know it's too easy. I haven't found enough nails and code locks in the world to warrant a blue tin because that'll be too hard. The amount of time that I can be on. So it's a challenge at the moment. But it'll probably be a blue tin. So I haven't done a blue tin build since rearmed. Safe zones are too big on here. They made them smaller, but they're still too big. Right, let's do some weapon sales. I'll need Europe, yeah. So that's a tac-tac plate. We'll sell that. If it'll let me. Anything else I need to sell out of that lot? No. Right, move that to there. To there. Wreck then. What am I storing? Yeah, it can stay stored. Let's get these missions handed in. I thought we completed a mission.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
Ah, you again. Okay, you changed the outfit. Stop doing that.
Okay, I must stop doing it.
I can recognize. Okay, good. Have a great day, sir. Okay, if you need anything, hit me up.
No, I'm fine, thank you, but thank you. Enjoy yourself out there. It's a good server.
Yeah, you too. You too. Be safe.
That one. Uh-huh. That lot dealt with. Right, where are we going to live? That'll be a change. So we can come across the map to that extraction and get that extraction done.
Do you want a sleeping bag for your base?
No, I've got one, thank you. No, I don't need one.
Oh, okay.
You can sell them.
Can they be sold?
Yeah, black market probably.
Ah, I see. Okay, thank you.
No problem. He's somebody that watches me on stream and joined the server because of it. I gave him a shout out last night, and his wife told him I made him famous. I wouldn't say that famous. I tried joining the server a couple of days ago and just a black screen crashes. Meanwhile, I'm joining other servers, no problem. I had no idea. You'd have to reach out to the developers. I don't know, mate. Unfortunately, they did wipe yesterday. I don't know why it's doing it to you. And they do now have a US as well as a UK server. They launched that yesterday, the US server. Oh, sorry, EU. I say UK, but EU. And it's fine, you know. It's DayZ, isn't it? That's the trouble. Some servers don't want to play. If it was my server, I'd be able to look at the background of you joining and see if it's coming up with any error codes, but it's not. I no longer have a server, and I play this because it's easy. It's just something I can do. There's something happening. First time I've ever had any issue. Yeah, it can happen though. But it would be something that you'd need to speak to the owners on their Discord about, just so because it might be something on their end that they need to enable or unenable. They might, they might be IP blocking, they might be, they might be geo blocking, they might be ping blocking, and they're all things that I have no control over. That's down to them. So it's them that you'd need to have the conversation with. But I can get you a link to their Discord, probably. Give me a second. No, I can't do it. It won't give me a link to it, unfortunately. But yeah, so when people used to join my server, if they couldn't connect, I'd be able to see in the error files why. And in some cases... So no, I was hoping I could right-click on their Discord and then say, invite to server, and it would give me the option of getting the code, but it doesn't. Yes, my Discord is on the screen now. So if you join my Discord, what I'll do is I'll give you an invite to their Discord. Might be the easiest way of doing it. And then you can always delete yourself from my Discord if you wish. Yeah, there we go. Right, we're going to push to trader, guys. Only because it's halfway to where we need to go. And get that little bit done. We don't need to go in here, actually. Because we're going to use this more often, aren't we? So, actually... that building there. Oh, joy. I can't solve it till I'm out on the ground. I changed my Discord. I got rid of everybody in the Discord and started again. Because I no longer have a server. So I wanted to remove everybody, revert it to being Goblin Army, not Looting Goblin server. And start again. Because people joined just because they were playing the server. And now I no longer have a server. I can't fix any of that until I'm off stream because it will mean rebuilding links and things. Let me see if I've got another way of doing it for mine. Give me a second. That should be a link for... that should be a link for Eternity's Discord. And then mine... should be... that one. Fingers crossed. If we can get a door up with the code lock on, I'd be happy. That's all right. Not a problem. And that's the best way you've got of getting some help. They keep strange hours. I'll say that for them. I think they're EU based, but you're more likely to get an answer at night. Okay, thank you. That's appreciated. Trying. So the base building on here is different. Base building on here, base building plus still, but you only need the book in your hand. You don't need to make a workbench. which is great. The downside is I'm US East. Okay, I'm playing the US server here. And Chuckles, one of our team members, is mid-US and he can get on fine. So by not having the workbench, you've got none of the workbench storage, which is annoying. But by not having the workbench, it's quick and easy to build, no plans to build. So it's like having the best of both worlds, I suppose. It's base building plus, which is great. Stuff in your inventory. It builds a one bang as well, so build the plan, have the stuff inside your Bergen or rucksack, hit the hammer or hatchet, and rather than bang, 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 it's bang, 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 it's built. Which is nice. And as much as it's PvP, as you can see, it's not empty, but the server is not busy. The AI keep it feeling alive, and you can still bump into players. And as you go into harder areas, the AI get better, but there's not lots of them around. There's out in towns, it's pistols, MP5s, and shotguns. Towns and villages. In military, it's 5.56 and above. In black market, if you're very unlucky, they'll have fouls and be in ghillie suits. So it can be quite a experience. We do need to extract in here, because I need to complete the mission. But it's just going to be extract and go back out again. One of the missions is to use all the extraction points to get a swipe card for endgame. Obviously, black market is not safe. So yeah, it just makes it a bit more of a challenge. Makes the world feel alive. You do spawn in with a weapon. But you need to, because I spawned at Svet last night on White and bumped into 6 AI within 10 minutes. So headshotting them. But my suggestion is get onto the server and then run straight to Trader and pick up every mission you can, because you'll either complete them as you're running round, otherwise you'll do shit and you'll start killing AI and you're not doing it to complete a mission. But code locks and nails are hard to come by. Weekend raiding only. As I said, they do have a US server now, which is what I'm playing. I prefer, because Chuckles has, I have, myself and Lego, the other team member, have the better internet. Chuckles has the worst internet. So we tend to play US servers to give him a better ping. And as much as my internet's good now, it's going to be even better when I move in a couple of months. Yeah. Basically, the maximum I can have where I am is, because I rent at the moment, I'm buying a place. So where I rent, I can have 300. We've got 360 down, 70 up, and where I'm going to, I can have 2,000 down and 2,000 up. So it will change my world, which is why I then can long-term run a server, because there's enough upload to have people connecting to the server. So it's tiny flag on here, so it's covert flag. So you don't have a big flag sticking up top of your base going, here I am, look where I'm living. So you can be covert. There's vehicles, there's aircraft, there's drug dealing if you want to do all that sort of malarkey. Obviously the keys, key cards, end game. There's one tappers, but they're in end game. Hack crates, airdrops, and King of the Hill. Custom weapons, custom armor. A simplified version of Base Building Plus. Quads. And it's a 60 slot servers because anything more than 60 on here with the AI will make the servers crash. But the servers feel quite alive anyway. And long wipes, so for people like me that can't play all the time, it works quite well. So it's sort of 8 to 12 week wipes, which is quite nice. You can build a base, you can complete missions, you can do stuff without having 4 weeks later having to start again and you've only got one door down. So that works well for me. And I think because of the stuff happening, because of the AI, because there's always little things going down, it makes the world feel alive, it makes it streamable. And currently they've got, you can't really see it here, if I tab, no. They've got lean left and lean right enabled with E and Q keys. So if you're in a firefight, you can lean round corners and things. Don't need a tin opener to open any food, it just opens. It's a plus from my perspective. You do need to eat and drink. You know, you do use up calories, but food's easy enough to come by. 120 quests, I think at the last count. Some you pick up as you go up, as your rep goes up, you pick up more and more quests that you can do from the quest hubs. Collectibles have to be sold at black market. Vehicles need buying from a vehicle trader. You can have the virtual garage, but it can be raided on raid weekends. Can't be off raid weekends, but on raid weekends people can raid your virtual garage and steal your vehicles. Another plus point from my perspective. I don't like having an ATM. That's life though. You can save loadouts. So at Trader, if you've got a certain loadout of equipment or weapon that you always like to use, you can save it. You know how much it's going to cost, and when you die, you can run to Trader. Sleeping bags in your base. When you hit 50,000 rep, you can buy better storage, but you can still get good storage below it. Trader has a repair workbench that you can repair clothing on when your rep's high enough. O brings up your quests, and then O again brings up the leaderboard for the wipe. And last wipe, people were making like 99 kills. So over the wipe, you can, kills do build up. And as much as it's not my server, I'm quite a fan of it. No, rep stays when you die. This wipe, one of the major things they've done is they've worked on all the armor and ammo. So there's no more like suddenly you've got a 9mm pistol and it's assassinating people that are wearing tier 4 armor. It's a bit more realistic, but they've made hit zones around the body work better. So armor will absorb splash damage or blood damage, getting bleeds. But if you can shoot for people's legs, bits that are not armoured, and make them bleed still. And it's playable solo, as you can see. It's not so difficult that you're dying every 30 seconds. I really enjoy it. But I started playing it a year and a half ago with Chuckles. And at the time, they suddenly became popular. I did a few of us smaller content creators did some work on the server and did some videos, and suddenly, bang, the server was full. And it was crashing all the time because the AI was spawning everywhere, players were spawning everywhere, server couldn't handle it. So they've reduced it to 60 players. They've played on optimizing it. They've reduced the amount of AI that spawn in. It is fine as a solo server. And with Tiny Flag, you can build covert. I think it's 15 doors maximum. I had 8 metalized. If you want a concrete, the only cement mixer is on Northwest Airfield. So, again, it forces players that want to concrete their bases. Door only raiding. Door or hatchway only raiding. So that's nice. But yeah, so I had tier 2. I had everything metalized without any problems. And this wipe, I would look at the same. The concrete thing for me is I don't particularly want to push Northwest to use a concrete mixer unless I've got a team with me that are good at defending. And as much as I'm not good at PvP, Chuckles is about the same as me, and Lego's new to DayZ. Ish. He played 3 years ago for a while, but he's never really spent his time in game. And he's not on that often. He's working a lot of hours. So, tiny logs. So when we cut down trees, which we'll have to do soon, actually, might as well do it now. As you'll see. And they stack in 10s. Collectibles, I think I said, can only be sold at black market, but that's quite nice because again it channels players into kill zones. 2 black markets, 3 traders on that. Yeah, basically you need a base building plus book, and obviously you need nails and code locks, but yeah, and tools. But you'll see in a second, we're going to build when we get to the RV. There's nobody else living there. Nope. This is me starting off. It wiped yesterday morning, and I was away with the army yesterday training. So I got back yesterday evening, had a run around, only just completed the mission to get a code lock and nails. So this is us starting off now. But if I can get the door up, everything becomes easier when you've got a door up, doesn't it? do need a stick. Got gloves on? Yeah. Oh, you can use bandages when you're moving as well. You can't run with them, but you can walk and use a bandage at the same time. Which makes things slightly easier and a bit more realistic. And they use a lot of their own custom guns, vehicles, armour. So even though it might be an SKS that looks like the SKS from base game, they've had it custom made for them. So then weapons get named correctly, which is nice. Because I'm a nerd like that. I like my guns to be named. I like a Glock to be called a Glock, not a Mlock. And last wipe, they didn't put the circles you couldn't build on the server. This wipe they have, which is again nice. I'm hoping that it will let me build here, because it's just outside the circle of death. Or the circle of no build. Flag goes down over 7 days, so if you don't put the flag up for 7 days, then your base will despawn. But as annoying as 7 days is, it does make it fair. Only one base per team, I believe. Yeah. They're not dark nights, they used to be, but now you can sort of see what you're doing. But MVGs would make it a little bit easier. That was just because the players voted last wipe to get rid of dark nights. I like dark nights, but I'm weird like that. But and I can see the owner's perspective. People would log out when it got dark. And you want players staying on. And if you can put your flag up, you can build. So if it won't let me deploy the flag, we can't live here. We like this one because if you stand on there, you can look out the window, or there, and you can shoot people at that one. Right, we're secure. Right, go get some storage. And it starts again. I want to get some storage home just so we can store the shit that we're, and then we can loot. So one of the first quests you get will when you qualify, you'll get a code lock and a box of nails out of it, and you'll have enough money by that point to buy the tools. Shit. Sleeping bag. I can deploy a sleeping bag and put some shit inside that. I've been carrying that since day one. And then another one of the starter quests gets you a random item for your base. I think I got a gun rack. So I need to buy a locker or a box. Fill that area up. I'm going to fill that area up. There's looking good. Anything else that's a must drop off key? That I can't sell at the moment. That I can't sell till we get the trader. We can leave that behind. Leave that behind. That's a sell at trader. That's a sell at trader. That's a trader sale. Trader sale. Trader sale. Trader. Trader. That's a bit better. Right. Where's his scope? There. That's better. Better. We should be able to get 1, 2 slots of storage in. And then we can then go nail hunting. And code locks. And metal. But it's going the right way. If Chuckles comes on tonight and completes his starter quest, that'll be 2 code locks we've got. Bloody AI. Yeah. Losing points on that massively. Thank you. You have to be, though, don't you? You have to help people. I want people to stay on the server. Because the more players you have on the server, the more fun it becomes for everybody. I think this server's made me a better PvPer. Because I'm used to AI spawning, putting rounds on them straight away. The same as when a player shoots at you. The only downside is, if you always live in the same place, you learn where they spawn. So you need to move round the map if you don't want that. If you want it to feel a bit more alive. Otherwise, they're too easy to farm. But they've got like one in Tissy that's got like a 308. How I see it is, I will help players. I might kill them at some point if I'm lucky. But you should always help players onto a server. Because if players make the map better, make the server better, make it more fun. I realise not everyone thinks like that. I do understand that. My favourite feature on the map. Can of beef, click to open, no can opener needed. Quality of life. And as much as you make money easily, you burn through money quickly because you're always buying ammo. You're always buying storage for your base. You're always buying clothing or better armor. You're always pushing military and the AI are shredding you. So you're always having to upgrade all the time, so you do get through money a lot. But I've not actually done any real searching of the map yet, so because it's all been about completing the quest to get the door up. We've got the door up, so now it's about searching the local towns, seeing if we can get more code locks and nails, see if we can get storage, start Operation Drugs Empire. Metalise everything. If the lads want a vehicle, build a garage outside the base so they can have a vehicle. You don't need one, you just use a virtual one, but I'd have the virtual one inside a garage. So you take the vehicle in, park it up, so people have to blow a code lock before they get to your virtual garage. Because that's me. Is this a church or is this the barn? Thinking the church. Extraction. Use this opportunity to pour some more water for myself. Right then. Yeah, church, I think. Yeah, church. First ever server I ran when I first started playing DayZ. I had this church as my marketplace. Double shotgun. And that. Python 556. Oh, we got stupid scope to sell. That one. Get this mag loaded. So the other feature on here that's very strange until you get used to it is rapid load, which we'll see in a second. So, mag in hand. As someone that had to do load and unload tests many times in my career, I'm not sure that's the speed I could unload and load at. Right, draw some cash. Buy some storage. I want crate. Too big to go in my hands, to go in my Bergen. That's annoying. Sell crate. So I need something that's not one of those. One of the boxes, in which case it will make life easier for myself. I don't really want a locker. Military crate, there we go. 40k. Right, will that fit in there? Yes, it will. Perfectly fine. That one done. Now, do we have a fridge that we can buy? There. Now, pick up my other stuff that I need to take with me. Leave the rest to later. You can upgrade this by doing quests, and you can also get the box that fits wherever there. Secure container by doing quests. Right, let's go home. Yeah, they have a King of the Hill at Black Market. I love it. My sense of humour, that is. Not only are you getting King of the Hill stuff, but you've got somebody there, people going there to BM as well. So for the next week, it'll be all about nails and code locks. But let's be honest. And if enough players come on, airdrops. Because you get base building, military and medical airdrops. But I will also be on tomorrow because I've taken tomorrow as leave. I should be, fingers crossed, on Wednesday night because now England in the next stage of the football, there's a fair chance we'll get to go home from work early. I will be on Friday and next weekend. I say will. Obviously, if stuff comes through about the house purchase or the flat purchase, that'll take priority. As soon as I can get that purchased and moved, the sooner I can sort my life out and buy a new car and start planning for a trip to America next year. Go and visit some friends. People that I game with that I have never met in real life, basically. And then the following year, Tomorrowland will be my holiday. Because I might be old and grey and slightly overweight, but I do love a good rave. But this year it's about moving and upgrading the car. Stop paying rent will be amazing. My first ever house purchase or flat, apartment to the Americans. So it's a 2-bed apartment or flat if you're from the UK with parking. About 12 miles from where I live. Quite a nice little area. Property's 15 years old. Ground floor, annoying, but for what I paid, worth it. Second bedroom will become a gaming area. Content creation. Military kit holder for my stuff I do for the army. And then in the main room, all the normal stuff you'd expect to have. I've got to buy all my furniture. I don't own anything, so everything I'm starting from scratch basically. But I've got the cash to do it. So I'm going to stick in a. I don't need it. It's a want. I have no use for it. An 8K TV. Big 8K TV. Somebody tried to sell me a 90-inch 4K yesterday. I was like, no, I don't need a 90-inch screen, and I don't want it at 4K. I'm going to an 8K screen. And then it'd be really nice to have my own kitchen, because I'm in a shared house at the moment, so I share the kitchen. Can't wait to be able to wake up on a Sunday morning and put a roast in my own place. I miss cooking a roast. Nice roast chicken or a nice roast beef. Roast lamb. Not a fan of roast pork, though I like crackling on pork. But chicken, beef and lamb, yeah. But I've got to buy everything, so I'm beds and mattresses and fridge freezers and yeah, the lot. What I own is 3 computer desks and a PC system and a 40-inch telly and a load of clothing. That's about it, really. But unfortunately, my mum died of dementia, but I've inherited, so I'm using the money to buy a place and kit it out. And then because my last test on the... So we have to... If you're UK, you'll understand MOT. If you're not UK, we have to have a yearly safety test on vehicles that are over 3 years old. And my last safety test passed, but with the advisory, it won't pass next year, and the stuff that will need doing will be more than the car's worth. So it makes sense to, because I've got the cash, or I have the cash, but once I've done the house and it's all done, to also upgrade the car. And then that will leave me some for holidays for a few years and some savings. And a few PC type upgrades, but nothing major. I'm happy with the computer. Yeah. This 4070 Super TI card, or TIS, it's been a really good card. No interest in going to the 50 series on my main machine. I'm going to buy a gaming laptop for doing some uploading and take when I go away on courses. And that'll probably have a 50 series card in it, because that's life, or 50 series chip. But it won't be a big one. It'll be like a 6 gig 5050, because it won't need to play DayZ. Be used for editing, uploading, and playing things like Timberborn when I'm away. But if you're new to the stream and new to me, I'm a base builder, raider, playing a small team, duo, sometimes trio. Not a massive PvPer, just because my reaction times aren't there anymore. Back in the day when the first ever version of Counter-Strike came out, I was a PvPer. Now fast forward 30 something years later, and arthritis in my left hand, and my reaction times are slow now. So I tend to play servers that allow me to base build and raid and do all that malarkey, which I enjoy, and loot. And if PvP happens, it happens. Sometimes I get lucky. But I wouldn't naturally go looking for PvP, just because younger people have the reaction times. They'll easily beat me in a firefight. But I like DayZ. I like DayZ to have PvP. I like there to be a risk on any map I play. I don't like it to be PvE. I think DayZ is about risk. And the reason I love the game so much is you can have a fully geared player run around a corner, meet somebody with a 12 gauge who puts both barrels in their face, and that fully geared player is back on the beach, and the person that has the 12 gauge is geared. It's a great leveler. There are no, you don't get upgrades and you keep them for life. You really, when you die, it matters, and I like that in a game. You can also sometimes find me playing Scum, but normally when I need a break from DayZ, I'll switch into Scum. I probably prefer Scum, but I found DayZ first. If I'd found Scum first, I would be a Scum player, with DayZ being the game I used to have a break. I like the survival mechanics in Scum. I like how hardcore it is. But I can't play both games at the same time. And DayZ is certainly easier. And with somewhere like Chernarus, I've played so many hours on this map now, it's all I really understand. I'm just shy of 8,000 hours in DayZ. But some of that will be not the vast majority, about 40% of that will be server development. Because all the time you're building servers and sat in DayZ editor, it counts as DayZ time. I used to be a far more tactical player, so I'd run through the woods and make use of cover. But I've long since learned that you just run. As long as you hear shooting and don't run towards them over an open field, then you'll pretty be alright. If someone's going to get you, they're going to get you. So we're going to drop off this storage. And then we're going to go and loot the town. See if we can get ourselves more nails and code locks. Hi, Dubs. No real sorting at the moment, guys, because we're not at that level. Everything just goes in at this point. Paul, you can cause offence, but you really ought not be talking about the management requirement or anything related to the British Armed Forces, vehicles or equipment. I don't think I overly am. I certainly know what I can't talk about and what I can talk about. Yeah? And you're not causing offence. It's fine. I 100% know what I can't talk about, if that makes sense. And what I won't talk about. I value my job too much to talk about things that I can't talk about. Right, that's that in place. That has to go on there because I'm so autistic about these things. That needs to go there. Go off and find some loot. And hi, Paul, how are you? Right, first of all, we need to clear the greenhouse in case anyone's living there. And then go down into town. And all I'm really after is stuff that I can make use of. Either collectibles we can sell, or things that we can build with. Or repair kit. So-so. Oh, I don't like hearing so-so. It means people aren't overly happy. But that's life, you know. Unfortunately, life is a bitch. I think you'd agree with me on that one. We get good days and we get bad days. But I hope you feel better soon, mate. I hope life goes your way. So we need nails and we need code lock and we need metal. Not necessarily in that order, but we need them. Nails. Now I normally just run it straight home, but I'm going to take a risk. Mayonnaise, you can eat that. More interested in sheds though. Sheds and industrial. And obviously food. Press the hand in when we're ready. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, it's fine. But thank you. I'll only ever talk about things that are in the public domain. So... That was AI. I wish I was that good against a player. It's only plate, isn't it? It's not important. Won't go on there. Oh, it will. No, it's only plate. Got the nails, but we need another code lock. That's what we need. Take that to stop anyone using it. Do need it. But we need other stuff more. They don't count as nails. That's sellable to trader nails. Right, let's go home time. The eyes on. Time to extract with a medical cabinet and a box of nails and full loot. And I'll probably call it there, guys, when I get home. And then I'll be back on after I've had some food for the evening. Because it's 4:15 now, UK. By the time I've cooked food, it'll be 5:30. By the time I've eaten, it'll be 6, and I can come back in and carry on. We'll need to do a black market run to sell some of this shit. And we got a mission to hand in as well. And the building that I need to do internally. I can just do in slow time. So guys, I'll call it there. I will be back on again later. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, think about giving me a sub, a like or comment on the stream. And I will see you all again soon, guys. Thank you.